Hello, I'm Mohammad Mahfuzur Rahman Sekat, and our group is close for everyone else. Our group members are Shatish, then is me, then Sarah, and Islan. Now move on to phase one, the business model. And this is the introduction of our company. CFEE Graphics is the name of our company, and we basically sell graphics card online through our website. Our company operates within Malaysian borders, and any customers within Malaysia can order through our website, and we can deliver them to their address. And unlike other computer hardware shops, we only focus on GPUs, so that is our specialty.
Moving on to the CFEE business model, we have four main key components in the business model. Number one, we don't produce or make our own graphic cards. Instead, we buy the graphic cards directly from manufacturer. Number two, like an online store, the GPUs are sold online through our website. Number three, we deliver the products to the customers' addresses. And number four, we market our products online through the website and social media platform. Moving on to the critical business process number one, which is buying and storing GPUs from the manufacturers. Data collection, we retrieve the data from the manufacturers every time the delivery is made. The data storage is collected in multiple formats, including Excel, spreadsheet, images, etc. The data usage, which ensures the record meets certain validation to be accessible internally. CFEE tech team defines who can use the data and for what purpose. As for data sharing, it is constantly being shared, such as invoice that uses manufacturer's data as a method of a record. For archiving, it's stored on drives that aren't on the networks after 5 years. The final stage is data destruction. Data is purged from records and destroyed after 10 years.
Next is the critical business process number two, which is selling the GPUs to customer through our website. So during the data collection, we record customer data upon every registration and purchases. On the data storage, the FEE team process the data in the system. In the data use shared between the organization to update customer purchases. For the data sharing, third parties are not allowed to access the customer's data, while in archiving, stored on drive that aren't on the network after 5 years. Lastly, the destruction. Unnecessary data is purged from records and destroyed after 10 years.
All right. As per for the critical business process 3, advertisement for online shop. So there will be processes like data collection, collects data from customers if there's any product. Data storage, authorized manager keep the data, promote the products. Data use, where the update data across the online shop and social media platform. Data sharing, archiving, and also destruction as per the previous one, which is the unnecessary data is purged from records and destroyed. So the next, I would like to move on to the data life cycle. So data life cycle, the first one would be the first process. During the sales process, GPU details, brand model information, and price information are recorded into database. And moving forward, for order processing, reporting, analytics, or other purposes, the new data access will be saved in MS SQL database. And the third one is logic validation will be applied to our CFEE graphics data during either procedure. And for the last one, all data will be archived in comprehensive data, and for the purging it when it reaches the end of its life. So next, I would like to move to the phase 2. So as per the phase 2, the personnel that oversee the compliance. So as per C, for the selling GPUs to customer, it would be the data that we receive from the data user is from the technical team, and data processed is from the CFEE graphics, and also data subject is customer. For buying, storing GPUs would be the purchasing team, and the processes would be the same, and the end result would be the suppliers. And advertisement is for the marketing team, and also the end result for the customers. Moving forward, I would like to also highlight on the PDPA compliance that's been used in the data collection. So for the data collection, the 3 sections will be used. That would be section 6(1)(a) general principle. Next would be section 7(1) notices and choice principle, and also section 9 and section 9.2, where we have the storing and also selling GPUs. And moving forward, I would like to pass it to Sarah.
Thank you. These are the data security for buying and storing GPUs from the manufacturers. This one, data erasure is a more secure method of data wiping since it utilizes software to fully wipe data on any storage media, either physical or cloud database. It confirms that the data cannot be removed. Meanwhile, backups is when a component of any successful data protection is maintaining unusable, well, verified backup copies are all essential data. All backups should be subject to the same physical and logical security constraints as the original database's core system. The next one is selling the GPUs to the customer through our website. It uses an encryption key to scramble the data so that only authorized users can read it. This is crucial as transactions or purchases may be made through the website. It functions as a last line of security for sensitive data by disguising its content. And for advertisement for our online shop, we use data masking and filtering, which allows CFEE teams to use actual data to create apps or website. It hides personally identifiable information where necessary to allow development to take place in compliant context. The next one is filtering. It is a manipulation of micro-targeted ads such as advertisement, fake news, and privacy violation. Moving on to Islan.
All right, moving on to the next slide. Our company abide to the PDPA rules, which is the Section 10 Data Retention Principle. CFEE Graphics take necessary steps to ensure personal data will not be retained longer than required. And also CFEE will ensure every process of retention are documented. So on this slide, 5 key points during the data retention. For the first one is the reason for destruction. To meet the legal requirement, ensure accountability, save time and cost. The next one, the authorization. So every retention process require approval. So for the destruction methods, shredding, pulping, and burning sensitive document are used for papers. Cutting, crushing, shredding, and reformatting are used for electronic and digital. Inside the documentation, the description of the document, the disposal action taken, person who authorized and performed the disposal. Lastly, the checklist. The record have been approved for disposal. Legal requirement have been met. The manner of destruction have been documented. Lastly, the means of destruction is appropriate.
Now, let's come to the penalties for non-compliance with the PDPA Act. For this, we have checked through 3 sections of the PDPA Act. The first one is Section 9. It means the failing to comply with the code of practice. The code of practice should be created by CFEE Graphics, and if CFEE Graphics fails to come up with the code, then the authorized Malaysian data commissioner can enforce the code of practice upon us. And if we fail to abide by that code of practice, then we can be fined maximum of 100,000 ringgits or 1 year in jail or both. If we move to the next law, then it's under Section 19, subsection 2. It says if we fail to comply with the commissioner's decision. This refers to in case one data subject is not satisfied with the data processing, so he can give us written notice and we can choose to comply or not comply and show our reason. And if the data subject is not satisfied with our answer, he can go to the data commissioner, and the data commissioner, upon judging by the evidences, can give his final say, and we must abide by that. If we fail to abide by that, we can be fined maximum of 200,000 ringgit, otherwise 2 years in jail or both. And accordance with the PDPA section 130, if we collect data unlawfully, then we are subjected to 500,000 ringgit of maximum fine or 3 years in jail or both. And let's come to the audit part. So we divide it into 4 sections. First, the auditor must sign a non-disclosure agreement with us. So it actually protects us from malicious third-party auditor who might disclose our information outside. And if such thing does occur, we can actually show that we took legal action against this kind of thing. Then coming to the second part, the customer details will be given to the auditors only if the customer gives consent. Otherwise, it will be not be shared. Then auditors will be given a copy of our data collection form, so that they can check whether we are abiding by the PDPA or not. And for the third part, we will be using libraries such as Microsoft Seal for our sensitive data. Microsoft Seal is an encryption library for databases, and it uses homomorphic encryption. Since we're using homomorphic encryption, sensitive data will be hidden from third-party auditor. Even so, there's less risk of this coming out. And thank you for being with us. Here we conclude our presentation.